Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello, my sexy, sexy husband.
Hello, my beautiful goddess of a wife.
Mm.
You're looking
Love
awful
that t-shirt.
hot.
That t-shirt really suits you. It's nice.
Thank you. It's very Floridy. Floridy.
Floridian-y.
Floridy.
Floridian-y.
Floridish.
Floridian-y.
It is because you got the orange for the Florida oranges, and the yellow for the sunshine, and
Yeah.
the pink for the sunset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a tequila sunrise. You can find it on IN5D Quantum Tie-Dye, in5d.net. Heck yeah.
We need to do a show. Well, perhaps we can do that tomorrow. You can show some t-shirts tomorrow.
Perhaps.
We've got an announcement of what we're going to do tomorrow, but we'll tell you a bit later. Not
Okay.
just yet.
Okay. All right.
You can do different colours in that style rather than it being spiral.
Yes. Yeah. This
Like
is
sea greens and blues.
Blues and greens. Yeah, it could be anything. Purple, blue, green, and purple would be kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Carmen. Marejo says,
Carmen.
hey, I made it early for once.
Yeah.
What do you mean early? You're just wrapping up right now. All right, everyone. See ya.
No. Hi, Deborah. It is a nice t-shirt, isn't it?
It is. It looks
very
pretty
nice
and cool. Yeah.
These t-shirts that he makes, there's a lot of work that goes into them. You know, you have to pre-rinse them and soak them in something.
Yep.
You then have to do something afterwards as well. It's not just yeah.
Yeah, they soak in soda ash water, and then I have to rinse them out again before I dye them, because the soda ash helps the dye absorb better.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that goes into t-shirts, but man, people just see them, they think, oh, you just dye them, that's it. No, there's a lot more to it than that. Just the rinsing out process takes forever, but yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
It is. Hi, Bella.
Yeah.
How's Brittany? Is Brittany doing okay?
My little girl, my little pumpkin seed, my 28-year-old pumpkin seed.
Hi, Joyce. Hey, good to see you. I love it. You know, they actually describe what emoji rather than rather than showing the emoji. Hi, hand pink waving.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing here on StreamYard. We don't actually see the emojis.
Oh, she's doing good, working like crazy.
Yeah, she is.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Hope she can make it back down to Florida sometime again. Yeah. Maybe spring.
I still owe you girls a reading, and I promised I will. Perhaps, if Brittany wants one, maybe we could do kind of a day of it. I'm good with that. Bella, if you want that, I'm happy. Yeah. So, if anybody's got any questions that they want to ask, please fire away. If you can put them in capitals, that's always really helpful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So these questions are basically about, what's going on in the world, that type of thing. What's going on with the white hats, the black hats, what's going on in the pharmaceutical companies, what's going on in all sorts. So there's always a theme I'm finding. I'm really studying at the moment MSN, the news feed. I'm studying it at the moment, and what I found, there was 5 different bad stories, if you like, at McDonald's yesterday, and there's been 3 today. What I'm seeing and then I asked my guys, I say, so what's going on there with that? So what I'm getting is that they are basically chipping away at the idea that they're good. They're chipping away and making people think perhaps, there's something else going on with McDonald's. They're not such good guys. They're not such clean, because one was kind of like a mouse infestation. Another one was, I've got them all there. The same thing's happening with Harry and Meghan. Prince Harry and Meghan. That's what's happening with that. They're trying to chip away at the royal family and trying to get people who think they're amazing, that can't see anything wrong in them, and just putting that doubt in there. It's like layers of progress. And I can tell that Greg's not listening to what I'm saying, because he's got that silly grin on his face and he's just about to say something funny.
No. Well,
Go on
you're
then.
right. I was
Go on
listening. That's how you British people say McDonald's instead of McDonald's.
So all of that, everything I've said, the profound stuff that I just said.
No, I heard all the rest.
There it is, me saying McDonald's.
Yeah. No, I caught it all. And you're right. I'm not going to disagree.
Oh,
but
so
yeah,
funny.
the media is putting it out there in little ways that, if you're paying attention, the truth's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you Deborah thinks that's funny. What do you guys think in the chat? I can always tell what he's thinking. He's like tick 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 tick. I think
but I am listening. I am listening.
The computer ticking. It's not actually my computer. It's him. Tick, tick,
but
tick,
yeah. But yeah, There's something I find humorous, but I am still listening.
Okay.
Okay.
When I'm laughing because I'm leaning up against the table's wobbling. Oops. Oh dear. What a state. So yeah, that's what they're doing. And the other thing was that I've seen there was 3 derogatory things regarding Elon Musk as well, about his cars going wrong. One was the car just braked suddenly and there was an 8-car pileup. One, a car went off a cliff. Wow. So yeah, there was so that's what they're doing is, so if you imagine there's 2 sides to the media at the moment. It's like they're letting out some stories that would normally be let out if it was a black hat operation. They're just trying to get people to start seeing outside of their normal kind of box, and it's like, it's not always what you think. So yeah, it was interesting.
We mentioned this before on our previous show, and I need to mention again. Allie and I did some predictions, 88 of them on New Year's Eve of this year, and what we both agreed upon was that I made a prediction in 2019 saying that by the end of 2020, the Earth as we know it will be unrecognizable. Well, Allie and I both said that before we made our predictions about this year as well, in a positive way. By the end of this year, it's going to be unrecognizable. And we kind of agreed as well that there's going to be some event that nobody will have predicted. This is going to come out of left field. It's going to be so bizarre, but yet the mainstream media will have to report on it. And it's going to really be one of those crucial moments in history where it awakens everyone. It awakens like all the normies. Something, and nobody really, there's no solid prediction on what exactly that's going to be, but it's going to be so outrageous, so bizarre, and so left field that's going to wake everyone up. And then, but recently too, I just had one of my I made that prediction about the airports closing
Yes.
down. That came true. And
Yeah.
but what my prediction was I said that the airports would shut down, and they're going to give some BS reason. But in reality, what's happening is there's a pole shift going on, and they're readjusting the GPS for the pole shift. And then after I made that prediction, we saw these all these airports shut down, and not only that, these whales were beaching themselves in the northeast coast of the United States. So that's a common sign of what happens during a pole shift. And we're seeing like birds, animals, and insects going in circles as well. There's these little telltale signs, but that's just one of many of the predictions that we're going to have coming true this year. And another one of mine is on the verge of coming true, of Biden having to resign. And what the left is doing is the Democrats are basically throwing him under the bus. And why they're doing it is because of his son's laptop being exposed. It's for entertainment purposes
Finally.
only. That's the real reason of why they're throwing him under the bus. But what they're going to say is it's for health reasons ultimately, but it's because he's going to resign because of the scandal behind the laptop. And you're going to see that. This is just a couple of many. We did 88 predictions between us on New Year's Eve, and you're going to see a lot of them come true. And they're amazing, positive predictions of what's coming for humanity. This is going to be an epic year, folks.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. That's really funny. You've got people picking on me now, darling. There was a message from Carmen. When you speak of McDonald's, is that McDonald's has a farm, or like a person, or is it the fast food line? It's the fast food line. Thank you, Carmen. Yes. I'm sorry the way you say McDonald's. Mind you, actually, my girls laugh at me as well for how I say it.
Really?
Because they call it McDonald's.
Well, so
and I call it McDonald's.
The rest of the world calls it McDonald's. Yeah.
How do you guys say it? Do you call it McDonald's or McDonald's?
Mac or
I
Mick?
just want to know in the chat.
Mick.
So if you call it McDonald's, you've got to put M-A-C Donald's, or if it's McDonald's, you've got to put M-C Donald. Yeah.
There's a good question.
There you go, Linda. Mac. She says McDonald's.
Were the documents that Biden had in his Corvette planted there? Okay.
Ooh. Shall I write that one down?
Yes.
Okay.
Docs in Biden's vet. Yeah. All right.
Where the docs? Oh, where did it go?
There.
Biden had in his Corvette.
You don't want to see the results of the Mick versus Mac.
Do I not? Let me have a look.
You don't want to see those results. No. It's overwhelmingly Mick. McDonald's is your kind of place.
Mick.
Hamburgers in your face. French fries up your nose. Pickles between your toes.
It's Mick. Mick. I'm sorry. It's a bit like when you say chakra or chakra, or potato.
Some people say chakra. I say instead of I say sh. Called a chakra.
Chakra.
But I've heard it chakra.
Yeah. Right, so we've got some more questions coming up here.
Good.
So has Ian Reed changed my pen?
I gotta laugh because your little tick, your fan is ticking, and you said to tell you whenever the fan's ticking. on our previous show, somebody said it sounded like the Wheel of Fortune. So while it was ticking, a card pops out, the Wheel of Fortune. Of course.
I am sorry, everybody. I am sorry. I have changed my metal stand thing where I can tilt it back and forth. I've changed that to a plastic one that's doing it. More chemicals added in Scotland. I've noticed a distinct increase.
Please put your questions in capitals too, because it makes it a lot easier. Because we're going to have to scroll back and try to find these. And if they're not in capitals, it's almost impossible.
When running the tap. That's interesting, Gillian. Okay. That's a good question.
Yeah. Very good.
Linda's having to listen to herself say Mick or Mac. Oh, it's Crystal Princess Steph. Hi, Steph. Hello. Linda, Debbie. Have we said hello to everyone? LA Lava Girl. Lava Girl, sorry.
Oh, Fortune.
Sherry. Laurel. Debbie. Carmen. Yeah. What? This is for entertainment purposes only. But not really. I like that Arcana Shaw's, what he says. For entertainment purposes only, but not really. They're quite good. I think they're quite entertaining. So if anybody's not seen them, and they do have Tarot by that person on there as well sometimes. It's nice to see that. Yeah. Ali, are you in a laptop or desktop? The fan noise could be from your computer. It's a laptop. So
Yeah,
Greg says he thinks it's the fan, but it's a bit of a bugger to clean. Yeah.
To clean a fan in a laptop, you basically have to take the whole computer apart to get to the fan. It's a very lengthy, time-consuming process. It's not like you can just plop the cover off and clean it. It's buried underneath everything.
Why doesn't everybody's computer do it after a certain amount of time? This is only, when I got this computer, it was about a year ago, wasn't it?
You don't dust your flat, so it's all dusty there.
How freaking dare you? It's true, but how dare you? How dare you say that? Do you dust your flat?
No, I sweep. I have a theory about dusting. Eventually it falls to the floor and I'll sweep it.
No, but I do have a daughter who does. So, it gets done. It just doesn't.
I mean, you see me out there with a little duster, dusting shit. Oh, this was me roasting a marshmallow on my mid-month energy report. This was supposed to be a marshmallow. I'm such a dork. It's actually my back scratcher.
So I
how does a marshmallow tie into a mid-month energy report? You asked.
No idea.
Okay, me either.
Is it to do with the solar flares?
Yeah. Well, actually, I had a picture of like the sun up here to my left, and I was roasting a marshmallow on the sun.
Really, was you?
That's what I was trying to emulate, but then I looked at it.
I did have a visual of that in my head, and I thought, no, he can't be doing that.
It looks like a sock. I try to make something look like a marshmallow because I don't have any marshmallows here. I don't own any. And I thought, well, okay, I'll use a sock and make it look like a marshmallow, but yeah, it looked like a sock. It's entertaining though.
Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got more questions.
True that several elites, hate that word, have actually decided not to attend the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos. Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's some interesting questions today. I'm liking them. Yeah. Okay, another one for Sherry.
Yeah, I just clicked the same thing. Yeah. Interference with solar flares. Thank you for putting them in capital letters. There could be, because in my mid-month energy report, I went into quite a bit of depth on solar flares, and we had these two long flares that came out earlier this week, 3 days ago. They kind of like glanced. It could have been devastating, but they weren't. And then I believe there's another one that was that's coming around, but it's not supposed to be anything. It looks really big, but it's not going to be that bad. So yeah, are we getting help? Very, very well possible. We'll look into it though.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mary O'Donnell is there
O'Donnell?
any way to
O'Donnell? McDonald's?
stop it outside the digital currencies if the banks all convert to digital banking and universal monthly allowance.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna kickstart.
Yeah, let's get her done.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got enough to get going on, right?
We do. Yes, we do.
I think so.
Okay, so first question was from Tracy Ann. Yeah, because when we go up and try and pin the comment, if it's in caps, much easier. So Tracy Ann. There we go. All right. So, will the directed energy weapon assaults on US citizens be fully exposed in 2023? Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
You go first. I haven't. Yeah. You go first. I'll jump in later.
Okay, so just going to concentrate on that one, Tracy Ann. Thank you for the question. Let's have a look. All right. Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of suppression regarding that particular one coming out. I feel that they're going to be in different phases. It's like phase 1 exposure, then phase 2, phase 3. I feel as if it's going to be one of the latter ones. When it's like it's people are already getting that fear mongering to do with UFOs and off-worlders and things. So if you can imagine the directed energy weapon assaults, the black hats could use that to then say, because that's what they want to do, is they want to bring out, you know, that the UFOs are bad for us, you know, that, you know, another fear thing. Okay. And so this is why I feel that they're going to be holding that off until we get used to the idea that off-worlders are not bad. Off-worlders are, you know, a lot of them are here to help us, and there are some that are not. So I feel as if it will be, but I'm not sure it will be in 2023. I think it's going to be pushed back a little bit. It's like keeping everybody calm while they go through the transition of change. Yeah. And I feel as if the disclosure will actually be coming from a female, when a female is in power. I think Greg and I have been putting this out there for a while. We've been feeling as if it's not going to be a male character who's going to be in power. You know, it's a female. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what I get, my love.
Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at, it's going to be short and sweet on this one. I'm looking at basically the same thing. First card out was the 10 of Wands. So this is what's going through their minds. How are we going to tell people that, you know, the cabal, part of the government, shades of the government, are responsible for doing some nefarious things against their own citizens? How do you say something like that? I mean, it's all going to come out, but they're trying to figure out, how do we say this? And there's really no other way. You just got to come out with the truth. And the next card out was the Ace of Cups, and that's, as we know, the aces are yeses. So it's coming out, but they're just trying to figure out how they're going to say it. That's what I have.
Okay.
Yep.
So, so were the documents Biden had in his Corvette planted? Have I said that right?
Yeah. How do you say Biden? No, I'm kidding. Not Biden.
You're making me paranoid. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I'll go first. Yeah. Okay. So were the documents planted? Yeah. Actually, this was something that was drawn out a while ago. They were looking into, this is part of the whole, you know, dump on Biden, throw him under the bus deal, you know, and they've been planning, talking about it, thinking about, you know, how we're going to do it. You know, the change is inevitable. And yeah, they're throwing him under the bus. They were planted there. You know, and there's a number of things, and it's all going to culminate into Biden resigning. But this is all look over here kind of thing. But the real reason, like I mentioned in the New Year's Eve predictions, the real reason is it's all about Hunter's laptop. Look over here. Here's these documents over here. Look over here. It's his health, you know, dementia, all this stuff. It's all about Hunter's laptop. We're being severely distracted, and he will resign this year. So that's what I have. Okay.
Yeah. So I get a big fat yes with that as well. But I do feel as if this is all part of the long-term plan that was already in place. This isn't just, oh, let's stitch him up quickly. No, this was all part of the plan. It's like, we're going to do this, and then there's going to be that exposure, and then this exposure, and then it's going to be that. So it's like, you know, dominoes, that one, then that one, then that one, then that one. So we think it's kind of random, or we think it's kind of fast-paced, and it isn't. I feel it's all to do with knocking down the old system and making people realize that actually, they're lying, cheating bastards, and it's got to change. Sorry, excuse my French. But yeah, there was agreements being made behind the scenes on this. It was all there. Yeah, that's what I get.
Yep. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Shit's happening. Indeed.
It is.
All right. So let's see where the next one is. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one is, has the water supply had more chemicals added in Scotland? I've noted a distinct increase in the smell when running the tap. Okay. So
I'll
you
jump
going
on
first?
that. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Wow. How do I say all this? It's a big hell yes. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to come out right and say it. You're tasting it in your water. This was discussed. Got the three, once again, Three of Pentacles, and you see the ladies here. They're discussing planning. This is something that's been contrived for a while. Though, it's gonna. This is our confirmation card. Were the chemicals added? That's a big fat yes. But it's coming out, and you guys are already talking about it. Everything that's happening right now, we've mentioned this. This is all that Pluto and Capricorn. Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, stays there until the end of this year. And we've seen this happen. And I've been predicting this ever since 2008 on IN5D, that this truth vibration is going to continue to rise and culminating at the end of this year. Whatever they throw out there is boomeranging back at them and being exposed exponentially quicker than ever before. And if you watch that video about the insider talking about the Project Looking Glass, doesn't matter what they do, we've already won. So yeah, it's going to get exposed, and there will be celebration of the exposure of when this happens. They can't get away with it. They can't get away with anything right now. They're going to try, and they're going to try to keep that vibration down. But that's all they have left. The game is over. The way that insider described it was like there's 7 moves left on this game of chess. Both players know these are the exact moves that will have to happen in order for the game to play out. The losing team, the Cabal, already knows that there's nothing they can do to win. The winning team already knows we've already won. All the losing team can do is prolong the agony. Wait and wait and wait till the next move. But it doesn't matter what they do. It's done. They've lost. And so, yeah, that's going to boomerang, come back at them. It's going to get exposed, and they're going to look like shit. We won. Try not to get too bogged down in it. And I'm sorry about your water supply right now. Hopefully you can still buy like bottled water, spring water somewhere, or maybe go to a place. I know that in upstate New York, I used to go to this mountain outside of Walton and fill up jugs of water from fresh spring water. So maybe that's an alternative. What do you have, baby?
Yeah. Well, it's quite interesting because I had the temperance card, which is, look.
Oh, wow.
Water.
Yeah.
So if that's not telling you that, yes, it is. But the exposure to it, okay, is all part of the plan. The finding out about it. What I'm actually picking up is, sorry, the fuzzy screen. It's because I held the card up. What I'm actually picking up is that the actual water is okay. it's the smell is what they're doing to clear out the systems that you're actually picking up on and you're smelling. But what I'm picking up is that they will find out that this is all going to be exposure. I've got the Page of Pentacles, so this is an important message will come out about it. Okay, and you know, that's all part of the big reveal. Okay, but I do feel as if there's a lot of off-worlder help with the cleansing of the water supply, and the changes. So it's all happening in the background. So yeah, that's what I get. So yeah.
Okay.
All right, love.
All right. Gotcha.
You have. I'm yours.
I'm yours. So I think, where are we next?
So it's, I think it's Carmen.
Yes, we're finally up to the capital letters where we can find them easily.
Yeah.
All right. So Carmen's asking, is it true that several elites have actually decided to not attend the World Economic Forum meeting in Davos? Yeah, and I'll go first on this one too.
I got a big fat yes as well, because I'm excited about this one.
Okay, so that's a great question, Carmen. So what I got on this is that, oh hell yeah, but there's reasons why. I got Ten of Swords, painful endings, and betrayal. What I'm getting is that there's some of these, they don't want to go, they can't go because they're singing like canaries. They're being offered, okay, if you sing, if you spill the beans, like I mentioned before, this chess game only has like a few moves left, so they know there's not a lot of time. You can come clean now, or it's going to be much painful later. This is the scenario much later. They don't want to be in that scenario, so what they're doing is they're walking away from the current scenario of what they've been forced into, but it's the ending is not going to be pleasant. It's not going to, it can't play out the way they want it to, and they are these not necessarily, and some of the people are probably have their own reasons, but I'm feeling that the ones that are not showing up are the ones that are singing like canaries. What do you have?
Interesting. So what they were telling me is that some of the people that are not showing up as well are already frightened of not showing up, because there has been rumors about mass arrests, that they are going to be arrested at this time, and maybe that coincides with what Gregg says, is they're aware that some people have been singing like canaries, like you said, which drops them in it, which makes them kind of not trust that they can go. Now, obviously, some of the top people, they don't go anyway. They just send a clone, or they send a body double. That's what they do. And I know that sounds far-fetched if you only just watch this, but if you think that they stopped cloning with Dolly the sheep, then you've got to be crazy. Okay, they have been doing this. And so, there's been, is that behind the background, there's military strategies. The original generals are fine-tuning the last parts of the shit show, and there's going to be successful mission. It's all going to be successful. So it's good news, really. So they might not be going but they're running scared. They are running scared.
All right. Whoops. Come back. There we go. Moving ahead. We're flying through this stuff. This is awesome. Great question. Thank you. Thank you for the questions. Sherry's got the next one. She's saying, is there some interference regarding solar flares? It seems that Many predicted solar flares miraculously, many times solar flares miraculously died out. And yeah. So what I'm looking at, I'll go on this one. Unless you want to go first, it doesn't matter. I guess I'll go. So yeah, this got the wow. This is you pay attention to cards that come up, and the Ten of Swords. This I got that for the death of what I'm looking at right here. At least with the solar flares is I've got the story playing out, and that ultimately we've got help. What could have been isn't, and there was decisions being made by the galactics on what's happening here now. These solar flares are bringing photonic energy. So if we have what we just received from 3 days ago from these two major solar flares that glanced the outskirts of Earth, they're still bringing that photonic energy to our planet. And that photonic energy, in turn, is causing these DNA upgrades. So it's a little bit of magic going on. But yeah, things are being moved and positioned so we can be here for this grand finale. And keep in mind, the galactics are watching. As Dolores Cannon said, this is the greatest show on Earth. They're watching. There are so many star families, our families, because we all belong to numerous different star families. So they're all watching. They're cheering us on. They're rooting for us. So, enjoy the ride. Once again, don't put too much energy into fear. It's okay to be cognizant of it and to create awareness of what's happening around you, but don't get muddled or mired into that fear. What do you have, babe?
Yeah. My guides are just going, yep. Especially when you're saying it's the biggest show ever. It's like, I'll get a huge thing. So whether or not they are actually interfering, I actually think they're separate, or they're trying to, the off-worlders. Okay. There's going to be a big event. Okay. There's going to be a big event. So if you imagine that it's got to coincide with certain things that are going to be happening on Earth. They're trying to coincide it. So with the suppression of them, which is why you're seeing them fizzle out, is because they are being, it's like they don't want it to get too big, okay, at this particular point. So it's all to do with kind of what's going on with the sun, what's also going on with other planets. There's so many other factors, and I don't know enough about it to even begin to explain it. But they are trying to delay what's actually going on with the sun, and not let it get too extreme for what's going to be coming next. There's a lot of work going on. I'm also seeing a lot of battles up there as well. There's a lot of battles back and forth with different sides of the off-world. So I feel that they're trying to manipulate it in a bad way as well. Again, it's all to do with distraction. If there's a big solar flare and it does something bad to Mother Earth, they really are trying to damage Mother Earth, and that's why the off-worlders are coming in and they are saying no, that is the limit, that is our cut off. You're not doing that. So yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, there, the whole as above, so below. There's chaos and things are playing out down here, but it's winding down. We've already won. And it makes me wonder what you said, things are going on up above. And that, the first thing that came to my mind was these Orion wars that have been going on. And what that's been a battle over is basically the currency that's getting passed through, which is basically human trafficking up there as well. So, yeah, it's interesting to watch everything play out. And that's, if everything is winding down to the grand finale here, the same thing's happening up there.
Yeah.
And we, the good guys, won up there as well. So, okay. So our next question would be from Mary, who's asking, is there any way to maneuver outside the digital currencies if the banks all convert to digital banking and universal monthly allowance? Okay. So
She asking about whether it's going to be cash. Can I just ask that? Is there going to be cash? Is that what she's asking?
No.
How would you think that? Because that's
the banks all convert to digital banking. That's a cashless society. That's what she's saying.
Is there a way to maneuver outside of the digital? So that would be bartering or cash, wouldn't it? Is try and have like gold coins or gold pebbles or something like that.
It could be. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I get it.
Crypto, could be anything, a number of things. But
I'm just going to go and get some a drink. Okay. So yeah.
Okay.
You go first.
All right. Bye. See ya. Well, and thank you for the question, Mary. What I'm getting though is that I'm not seeing the digital banking coming around. Actually, what I'm seeing is, and we're already seeing this in Russia, and we're going to start seeing this in the United States. We're seeing the birthing of, the gold-backed currencies. So it's already happening with BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South America. It's going to be happening here. That was one of my predictions on New Year's Eve. The U.S. dollar died basically in 2012. That's when the charter of the Federal Reserve ended. It was never renewed. So the Federal Reserve is still in existence without a charter. On New Year's Eve, I made a series of 9 predictions that were all tied in with one another. And basically, let's see. All right, so this is what I said. The U.S. dollar officially dies. It actually died in 2012 when the Fed's charter was never renewed. There's increasing pressure from BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South America, to go to a gold-backed currency here in the United States. Because the U.S. dollar dies, it brings on a stock market crash as investors lose faith in the U.S. dollar. Expect to see at least $100 an ounce silver by the end of the year. All this forces the United States to go to a silver gold-backed currency. And with that, we'll see the revaluation of currency. And that brings all prices down significantly, including car and home prices. This is the proverbial death of the United States as we knew it. But through this death, the USA has an immediate rebirth as the phoenix rises from the ashes, directly in correlation with the Twitter files and all of the corruption they expose. Because of this exposed corruption, suppressed inventions will begin to surface, beginning with free energy. So, you had 9 predictions in that one big prediction. There's a total of 9 different predictions in there. And so that's what we're looking at is, I wouldn't worry about digital currencies. I mean, that'll probably be around, but that's the only ways of, that they can move money from here to there. But that digital currency is going to be backed by gold and silver. And there will still be physical currency as well. So that's what I have.
I definitely get that there's going to be another part to it. It's not just going to be electronic money and digital. It's not just going to be that. There will be. I looked at, there was something to do with a disc, maybe a disc, and in the disc there's a bit of gold, literal gold, in these little discs. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's all going to be fine. I'm not picking up anything panicky about the changeover. If they have their way, there is another way, but it's so blatantly obvious that it's bad for anybody. So I don't think they're going to get away with doing their changeover. Okay, let me just see what the cards say as well. Trump's got it all sorted out. I believe this is just what they're saying. It's be interesting to see if this comes about. That because Trump's help in taking down, taking out the swamp and clearing the cabal and risking his life on a moment-to-moment basis, because of all of that, I believe that he may even have his face on these coins or these notes or something, the cash things. There's going to be, it could be his initials or something. Yeah, it's like a legacy, because this is going to go down as being something that has never happened before. This is a global thing, international thing. So, yeah, they're all making very good choices. It's like they're very, I'm seeing the kind of the military generals who started this whole system going, basically kind of rubbing their hands together, and they're so excited about the end result. They're really excited about the end result. So, because they know it's for people. It's for the people. So, yeah.
I can see that. They're rubbing their hands together like that,
Yeah, they're like, let's bring it. Can we do it now? And there are two parts of the military. One part who just wants to rush in and do it, and there's another part that's going, we need to be steady and control. We can't have the civilians. We can't have civil war. We've got to do it this way. And so whenever I get what are they doing, I always get the conflict card. Arguments within. Always get that.
Okay. So what we have next is from Deborah. Bye. Should we remove our money? I love your inner child. It makes me laugh. Should we remove our money from financial institutions? And it's interesting, financial institutions. I get the wheel of fortune, money, institutions. But I also got the 5 of Pentacles, and that's what we're looking at. Yeah. That's not good. That's financial loss and poverty, so what I see happening here, I do see a collapse happening. It's probably wise to have gold and silver in a safe somewhere. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But I see some kind of abundance coming right after that. It's like a step backwards and then a leap forward. Something's going to happen where there is abundance for everyone. And like what Allie said, is probably in a way that it's going to get doled out or meted out in a way that you still have the continuity of everything going on around you. So, like she said, people aren't just going to say, screw it. The whole world's going on vacation, but how are we going to fly, or how are we going to take a boat anywhere when there's nobody else to run the world? So, yeah. that's what I see that's happening with that situation. So move the money. Yeah, well, you might want to consider something. It's all going to crash here, at least here in the United States. That's I didn't look. Oh, I didn't look overseas. I'm assuming you're talking about United States because that dollar is going to crash. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But we're going to go back to that. We're going to go to a gold-backed currency, and like I mentioned with those 9 predictions, it's all going to happen in a way that works out for everyone. So yeah, hang in there. It'll be all right. Because overseas they're already on the gold-backed currency anyway with the BRICS.
It'd be good to actually see or find out from the citizens how they transferred over from the dollar to that. Because we didn't hear anybody going without. We didn't hear anybody panicking.
Sure. No.
So I do believe they've got it sorted out, that it's going to be very, very smooth.
Yeah,
but like Greg said, I think that you can actually key in on some money coming to you. If you are thinking,
whoops, sorry.
It's got to be the gold back, isn't it? It's gold back currency, but it's not financial advice. But it's interesting. So you're asking about the finances. Okay, so the first card out was the Emperor, which is the Mr. T card. Okay. Next card out was the Hermit, which is prison for the bad guys. Okay, going to prison for the bad guys. It's linked with the White Hats again, which are both good cards. And then you couldn't get better than the World card, which is going well in our favour internationally. So really, that is saying it's a big thumbs up. There is nothing to worry about. So I think it's going to be currency for currency. So whatever is in there, you'll have the equivalent, and it will just sort itself out. And it could even be that you'll know about the changes, and like when we in England get a new, they've replaced our notes sometimes. They replaced them from a paperish note to this plasticky note that we've now got. Well, they basically did that over a 3-month period or whatever they did. It's like within 3 months we're going reducing this. So it probably is going to be the same thing. Over the next couple of months, the money is going to change over to this. I don't think it's going to be wham bam and sorted like that. I just don't feel it. So there you go.
I know I had the 5 of Pentacles, financial loss and property, but I'm also thinking that could have been the revaluation card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had these things that you're thinking, well, shit, my house is worth $400,000. Now it's only worth $120,000 or $40,000 or something like that. But that $40,000 is now worth probably that much, if not more. It's going to seem like it's a lot less, but that's part of the revaluation process. If people are paying $8 for a dozen eggs right now here in the United States, that might go back to a quarter or 30 cents for a dozen eggs. That's what we're talking about when we mention revaluation.
Yeah.
So Gail is asking, and I don't understand this. Do you know what a UBI is?
Not really understand. No.
Ubi?
What's a UBI, Gail?
Ubi.
Ubi.
The Ubi.
So maybe we could go on to, and just so that we give you time to answer, go on to do another question and then come back to that one. What do you think?
Well, something union benefits, universal benefits is what could that possibly be? Anyone have any ideas what UBI stands for?
Yeah, don't know.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat. Are you still here with us, Gail? I know. Oh, universal basic income. Thank you, Linda. Okay, so
It's universal what?
Basic income.
Okay. For seniors on the first quarter of 2023. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to look into this? Or you want me to? I guess I will. I'll look into this. So, will the universal basic income for seniors start in the first quarter of 2023? Well, there is talk about that. There's a lot. I got this card again. There's lots of things that are going on in the background. And there's decisions that are being made in that response. I see celebration, though. That's the plan. The plan is to get it out there, and it will. But I'm not sure if that's going to begin at the end of the first quarter. By the start of the first quarter, will it start in the first quarter? I'm not. I don't. I can't say that's going to happen in the first quarter, but I see it happening eventually. Okay. It's the best I can do. It's coming. It's on its way.
Okay. So I got talks being happening as well with somebody who's like a peacekeeper negotiator. So what I'm seeing is I did predict that there would be a new policing system that is going to be investigating fairness for humankind, for people. And this person I'm seeing as this is like a negotiator. So like a union rep would negotiate for the people that are working in that company, that there's somebody working for humanity. Okay, a new company, and that's already started, is what I'm getting. That's already started, and that's where I'm seeing these peacekeeping negotiations about fairness and about what people deserve, and so that's what I'm feeling. So yes, it's all in the pipeline. At the moment, there seems to be a bit of disruption or disharmony, and the negotiations aren't coming out fair or fair enough for the peacekeepers at the moment. So I can see that there's a little bit of it's got to have a bit more time. So I don't think it's going to come as quickly as the first quarter, but I do feel as if it won't be soon. It'll be soon after that. Okay. Yeah, it's very clever what they're going to be doing, how they're going to roll this money situation and fairness. It's very clever. Okay.
All righty. Thank you, my love. We have a question here from Tracy. Will the truth be told about chemtrails and what is in them? All right.
Right.
So, well, basically, we already know what's in the chemtrails. We've seen so many different water analysis and soil analyses for the composition, barium, strontium, and everything. But I think what Tracy's getting at is, will this be officially disclosed? Will it finally come out? And what I'm seeing is that it's being hid under secrecy. It's been hid for a long time. I started seeing the chemtrails back in it was probably the late 80s. I was born in 1960. So, for, over 25 years, I saw, when there was no clouds, I saw blue skies. And now it's like you can't go, a couple of days without seeing at least one chemtrail, and sometimes many chemtrails. Yeah, they've been hiding that, but I got the Ten of Swords again, and I think this is for the global elite. It doesn't matter what they say, what they do. It's getting exposed. They're going down. They can't hide anymore from what they've been doing against humanity. And I see celebrations happening as well. So, and then finally, we got the world as well. So, it's not only going to be exposed. I see a magnanimous change in our air, food, and water supplies. So it's not just the air. Things are coming around in all three of those areas, and we're going to see that by the end of the year, progress and steamrolling towards clean air, healthy food, and clean water. That's what I have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I love him. Did you guys know? I don't know. But keep it secret between us. I do love him a lot.
Don't tell her.
So the chemtrails. Okay, so the chemtrails, the off-world is actually doing something to the air as well. There seems to be, you may be seeing lots more ships in the sky, lots more kind of, you know, vehicles up there, because what they're doing is they are dissolving some of the chemicals that are sprayed. They're trying to change it somehow. In answer to that, I thought it was going to be a yes, 100%. That's what my guys were saying, that the cards are kind of being a bit more kind of slow. It's like a slower kind of rollout, which is not, it's not what I was picking. I myself wasn't saying that. So I will say that yes, but it's not their priority. And I think it's because the truth is already out there. So I don't feel as if it's going to be a majorly huge, it's going to come out on the back of something else they've just said. So when they talk about the food industry and they do the revealing about the food industry, that is going to be within it, about the manipulation of the soil, you know, the chemicals going into the soil. So yeah, just what I got.
Okay, well, guess what?
Oh.
We're all caught up. And I see, good night, Marejo. She said, I'm exhausted.
Night,
good night. You answered my question, I think, without me repeating it. Thank you. What question was that?
What question was that? Where do we?
Yeah, and I scrolled all the way back, and
We've been trying to methodically go through each question.
I scrolled all the way back, and I didn't see it. Now, we've had people tell us that, you know, I've been trying to comment to you, and I see Morejos on Facebook too. That's where we have the issues. Sometimes on Facebook, people will make a comment or a question, and for some reason, it doesn't get to our aggregator here on StreamYard, and we don't see it. We just plain outright don't see it. Or sometimes we'll give some of the comments, but not all of them. So the StreamYard aggregator is not 100% accurate on giving us all the information. So
I just found this. So there is a gold print on the $100 bill. I didn't know that. Okay.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going through. I'm going through a little bit.
Yeah. But that's everything. We got it all.
Yeah.
We got it all. We got it now.
We did it. We did it. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed it.
As always, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So check back tomorrow, because Allie and I are going to have like a 12-hour extravaganza.
Yeah. Well, we don't know if it's going to be 12 hours, but we're just going to, we're going to be going live. We're going to be live tomorrow, all day. If anybody wants a spontaneous reading, it's $12 for a quickie with me and Greg.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
Yep.
We're going to be hanging out. Greg's going to be showing some of his t-shirts. Not that he knows this yet, but he is. And yeah, I'm going to be showing some pieces that I've got. That's what we're going to do. Just going to hang out with you guys all day tomorrow. And if you want to ask any of those questions, I'm sure we can get those cards out as well and do that too. Yeah, we're just going to kind of see what happens.
So thank you everyone for joining us earlier on, live with Allie and Greg, and here on the Global Predictions Show. We love spending our Tuesday night with you guys, and we're all family, and we get such positive vibes from you, and I hope you guys are getting them from us as well. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow, and if not, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're gonna do it from 9 a.m. Eastern, okay, 2 p.m. UK, 9 a.m. Eastern. Okay, so we're just going to be kind of there.
Yeah, means I should probably go to bed soon. Yeah. Anyway, we're wrapping it up. Yep. Thanks again for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. If not, we'll see you next Tuesday. All right. Take care, everyone. Yeah. Love you.
Mo, bye. Bye.
Hi, Mo. Bye, Mo. Bye.